Let it feed itself.
You can feel it thinning out. Smooth as glass.
Keep the edge firm, let the blade do the rest.
Every square inch tells a story. Here, a heel scar, nature's signature. The grain closes like topography under a lens, edges soft.
Yep, salt held up well. Lift a bit more. Grain's clean, no slip. Good, lay it flat, good. Brine's running clear. Ready for the next one.
There are places in the world where time does not hurry, where the sunrise does not announce itself, but unfolds slowly, like a breath returning to the earth. The savanna does not rush. It opens its day one warm shade at a time. Gold, amber, dust, heat. A living horizon stretching beyond memory. And in this place the impala moves, light, precise, effortlessly graceful. Its hooves barely touch the earth. Its motion is not running, but it is floating, composed of instinct and ancestry. The impala does not perform, it simply is. Before we continue, if you value stories told with depth, patience, and truth, not fragments, not headlines, but stories that reveal what the world often keeps hidden, then subscribe now. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss what comes next. Turn on notifications, because after this film the stories only grow deeper. Now, let us continue. The impala's world is one of constant awareness, not fear, not fragility, but the attentive intelligence of survival. A shift in the grass, a shadow where there should be none, a vibration through the soil. Its entire existence is a dialogue with the land. No wasted movement, no unnecessary sound. The impala knows the savanna. The savanna knows the impala. They are not separate, they are one. But the world beyond this place does not see unity. It sees opportunity, it sees distinction, it sees value. And value once assigned reshapes everything. Far from this open landscape, there are structures of concrete, steel, and calculated efficiency. Warehouses where nothing is left to nature. Floors polished by years of repetition. Lights that never dim. Air that smells of chemical precision. Raw materials arrive, labeled, numbered, stacked, bundles wrapped tightly, preserved, awaiting transformation. The first hands that touch them in this new world do not do so in reverence. They do so in procedure, because here, emotion has been replaced by method. Water warms to a specific temperature, tanks fill to predetermined levels, blades turn at regulated speeds. Every action has a metric, every step has a tolerance. Nothing is left to chance. The hides are rehydrated, softened, stripped of what once allowed them to live. And then they enter the drums, massive cylinders, rotating with a slow, disciplined rhythm. Inside them, water, salts, enzymes, and tannins work on the fibers, separating what is fragile, strengthening what must endure. stabilizing the material so it will not decay. This is the moment of metamorphosis, not dramatic, not violent, but absolute. When the drum doors open again, the material that emerges is no longer skin. It is leather. The world recognizes leather. It is familiar. It is cultured. It is desirable. But few consider the journey that made it so. Leather is not simply a product. It is evidence of transformation. And transformation always has a cost. Once cured, the leather is stretched on frames, pulled into tension, dried by air that must be neither too warm nor too cold, too fast and the fibers crack, too slow and the grain loses its character. Patience here is both science and discipline. Workers move through the drying hall in quiet rhythm. They do not rush, the leather cannot be rushed, and then comes the finishing. Oils are added, restoring suppleness. Pigments are massaged into the grain. Surface textures are pressed or left natural, depending on the final form the leather is destined to become. Some pieces will carry the marks of the land, small scars, subtle irregularities, traces of life. These are not flaws, they are stories. But in the marketplace of luxury, even stories are curated. So inspectors run their hands slowly across each surface. They feel for uniformity, thickness, balance, resonance. Not all leather is equal. Not all leather is chosen. The finest pieces travel further still, to workshops where silence is part of the craft. Small lamps pool warm light onto smooth wooden tables. Tools rest neatly in rows. Hand artisans, trained by years of repetition, begin the final shaping. Edges are trimmed, templates aligned, threads pulled through with deliberate tension. The stitching is not merely functional, it is expressive. It defines the object's character. This is not manufacture, this is authorship. The leather becomes structure, the structure becomes form, the form becomes meaning, and that meaning is sold as identity, not simply an accessory but a statement. I was able to acquire what others could not. This is the psychology of luxury. Meanwhile, in the savanna, nothing has changed. The wind continues its slow procession through the grass. The air smells of dust and pollen. Shadows shift as the sun arcs overhead. The impala grazes. It raises its head. It moves, alive, unaware. It does not know markets. It does not know brands. It does not know the story that now extends beyond its own life. It simply continues to be. And so, we are left with the questions. Where does beauty end, and where does value begin? What is nature when taken to market? What is luxury when examined closely? What is desire, and who taught us to feel it? If you are still here, it means you see something deeper. You understand that every object carries a journey. Long before it stands in a polished glass boutique, it was part of a living world. Do not let this story disappear. Subscribe to the channel. Like the film, so the platform recognizes that this kind of storytelling matters. Leave a comment that says, "I see what others don't show." And share this documentary with someone who needs to understand the hidden cost of beauty. Because this story does not end here. It continues in the choices we make. Were you touched by this message? Like it now, subscribe to the channel and share it. Someone needs it today, and that click could change everything.